Hey guys, if you're a landlord, if you own even one property, this might be very relevant and important for you. As landlords, we are scared about what kind of tenant is going to come and how we have to screen them. Now there is an additional layer that we have to be very wary of. It's something called as source of income ordinance that city of Phoenix has adapted, and I'm sure other cities are also in the process of adapting it. So what essentially it means is you as a landlord, you cannot discriminate against people who are going to apply to rent your property just because they are having a low income voucher or a section 8 voucher that we call it, or if they are using child support, or if they have veterans benefits. It's very important because what's going to happen is this is what is going to happen. Many attorneys and consumer protection groups are setting up robocalls to target the landlords, and they'll ask them, hey, can I rent your property? I have a section 8. That's a simple question they are going to ask. If you say no, you'll be nailed with a fair housing complaint. So it's very important that you understand. First of all, it's a good practice not to discriminate against anybody, right? So you have to know the laws on how you can discriminate. If they are having low income, that is something you can discriminate against. If they have bad credit, or if their background is bad, then you can discriminate against them. But just because the source of income is these vouchers, you cannot discriminate. Very, 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 very important. You don't want to get into any of these complaints by the fair housing. The second thing that you have to understand is, it doesn't mean you are obligated to rent it to the section 8 people if they are unable to provide you the income that is needed on their tenant portion. Usually the way the section 8 works is, if the government is paying for, let's say, $1,500 out of the $2,000 rent, then, and if your rental requirement is 3 times the rent is what you need them to be the income, since $500 is the tenant's portion, you can still require the tenant to show the proof of $1,500, which is 3 times the 500. So if they are unable to provide it, then you can deny that applicant. Essentially, you will treat that applicant the same way as any other applicant. But the preliminary question, the first question, hey, are you going to accept section 8? You have to say yes, and you have to treat them fairly. So here is your tip. Don't forget, be sure to subscribe the channel, because we are going to talk about wealth building, and real estate is so much part of it.